Liverpool are preparing for their second full season under Arne Slot, and while the bulk of the summer was centered around new signings, since the start of the month attention has started to turn towards potential departures. During the most recent transfer window, Slot allowed the likes of Jarell Quansah, Kevin Kelleher, and Nat Phillips all to depart. But the biggest story was Trent Alexander-Arnold's decision to leave his boyhood club on a free transfer after agreeing a transfer to Real Madrid. Contract situations were the talk of the city for large chunks of last season, as both Mohamed Salah and Virgil van Dijk eventually opted to remain with the club after their title heroics. But it now seems that many of Slot's press conferences are likely to be centered around players' contracts again, with the bulk of the attention being centered around Ibrahima Konaté amid interest from Real Madrid. Liverpool supporters will hope that history doesn't repeat itself in the case of the Frenchman, particularly after a failed move for Marc Guéhi on deadline day. But who else is at risk of departing Anfield on a free next summer? Here's the latest. Ibrahima Konaté is in the final season of his 5-year contract at Anfield and faces an uncertain future at the club after reportedly turning down more than one different offer to extend his stay. The French international remains a key starter this season, but is able to sign a pre-contract agreement with another European club by January if a fresh deal isn't agreed. Elsewhere, another high-profile star at risk of departure is Andrew Robertson. The 86-time Scottish international is arguably one of the club's all-time great left-backs, but has recently dropped down the pecking order after the arrival of youngster Milos Kerkez from Bournemouth. Defender Rhys Williams also faces an uncertain future along with Trey Nyoni, an 18-year-old youngster with 6 appearances, but none in the Premier League. Nyoni has high hopes of making an impact similar to 17-year-old sensation Rio Ngumaha, who netted the winner against Newcastle United. Ngumaha has been the talk of the town throughout preseason and has lived up to the hype in the early weeks of the campaign. However, he too is only contracted until the summer of 2026, although an extension is likely. Slot completed 10 first-team signings in total and put the bulk of his new additions on long-term contracts. The exception to that rule is ex-Preston goalkeeper Freddie Woodman. He was signed on a free but has only been given a 1-year deal, although that contract does include the option of an extension if he wishes to remain third choice by Alisson Becker and youngster Georgi Mamardashvili in the long run. Kostas Tsimikas has joined AS Roma on a season-long loan and is unlikely to return to the first-team squad after falling behind Milos Kerkez and Andrew Robertson. The same applies for Harvey Elliott after his move to Aston Villa on a season-long loan. His deal features an option to buy, believed to be around £35 million, and is likely to be activated by Unai Emery's side after they get over their recent PSR hurdles. Vítězslav Jaros, Harvey Davies, Owen Beck, Isaac Mabaya, Lucas Stevenson, Lewis Kumas, James Balagizi, and James McConnell have all agreed to spend the season on loan and will have to do really well at their new clubs to prove to Slot that they are capable of breaking into an extremely well-oiled team.